Guys, today I'm doing a haul, but it's a haul with a difference in that it's just one set of makeup. So it's the Little Mix Makeup by Collection, and I have bought a few items from Jessy's range, a couple of items from Perrie's range, and then a couple of kind of items that are from the whole range that they all like. And I'm wearing a lot of it today, so I'll tell you what I'm wearing as I go along and kind of give you a couple of swatches and give you my first impressions, because I only bought this a couple of days ago, but I have worn this makeup all day. It's now the evening, it's now 5:30 in the evening, and I've had this on since 8 o'clock this morning, so I let you know kind of how it's lasted and yeah, just tell you what I think about it. So first thing is a mascara, and this is the only thing I bought from Jade's collection. Packaging looks like this. The packaging is very nice on everything, I have to say. This is one of those plastic brushes. It's quite thin. The formula is nice. It's not too wet, not too dry. And it is a defining mascara, and I did find that it defined. I wore this yesterday. I've only worn this once, so it is definitely a first impression. So my first impressions were pretty good. It didn't seem to flake or smudge or anything major, but I didn't have it on for that long. So I think with this one, I do need a little bit more experience before I give a full kind of review on it. But so far, impressed. Every item is under £4, and I think most of the items were about £2.99, so really good value for money. The next item is this. This is the eyeliner, and the liquid eyeliner, and it's using kind of a felt tip nib, which I was a little bit dubious about because I'm not used to using them. The only one I use is the L'Oreal Superliner, and I have got on well with that. And I'm also a little bit of an eyeliner snob, I think, in that I generally will only use, I will use drugstore, but the kind of higher end drugstore, so Revlon, L'Oreal, and even Rimmel. And I've kind of steered away from people like Collection just because I always get a feeling that they might irritate my eyes, or a lot of the makeup kind of smells a bit plasticky, or isn't kind of a great quality. Like the Collection eyeshadows that I've had before haven't been a great quality. However, with this set of makeup, I have to say I've noticed a difference. So that's the line from the liquid eyeliner. I have it on my eyes at the moment, and I've had this on all day and it hasn't budged. So I'm really, really impressed with this. It was easy to use, a really lovely intense black line, smooth, you didn't have to go over it too many times, and like I said, this has lasted all day, so I'm really super impressed with this, and I will keep on using this, and it may well be a repurchase because for under £4 for an eyeliner is really good. Next thing I bought was, the next two things are from the Perrie collection. Is that the only thing from the Perrie collection? No, it's not. Three things, sorry. So first one is this. It's a little eyeshadow trio. That's the little packaging. And it's got a black glittery one, a sort of dark grey, and then a peachy colour. I'll give you a little swatch, but I have already had a little experimentation with these, and these two are really well pigmented. This one not so much. This is the lighter colour, so you do need to work a little bit harder to get colour from that, but it comes with an applicator, so if you use the applicator that should be absolutely fine, no problem at all. And I'm going to use this in another look, trying to do Perrie's look, so I look forward to doing that. Then from her collection I got this, which is a liquid, is it called liquid lip gloss? Perrie's liquid gloss, it just says, and I actually have this on my lips at the moment. I'm going to show you it because it is really, really thin. You have to be so careful. That's a little bit of it there. So liquidy that a lot comes out, and it's not the greatest tube. However, I really, really like this because it's non-sticky. So those of you that know me know I hate sticky lip glosses, and this is not sticky at all. Now, it won't stay on for very long, obviously, with it not being sticky, and it's just more like a moisturising balm. But it will stay on long enough, you know, and most people are touching up their lip gloss a lot of the time anyway, but it's a beautiful sort of pinky peach colour. I really, really enjoy that. So that's that one. Then the last thing from the Perrie collection I bought was this, which is a blusher. A lovely kind of, it looks a lot peach in there, but it is a little bit pinky. I'll add a little bit on to see if you can, to give you a clearer picture of the colour. That will look quite heavy. So really, really lovely colour. I say I'll add it on, but if you compare it to that cheek, I put the tiniest amount of this on this morning and it's still there. So this is another one that has lasted a long, long time. And I really like the formula of this. This is one that I'll definitely be using over the next week or so. Really pretty. Again, under £4. I think this one was probably £2.99 as well. Most things were £2.99. I think the only things that were more than that was the little trios, which I think were £3.19. So that's everything in Perrie's collection. So then the rest of the products are from Jessy's collection, and that's mostly what I've gone on today. The only thing I don't have on at the moment is this lipstick, which is just called Jesy, and it is the most beautiful red colour. And if you want to see it, then have a look at my tutorial, which I have just done. That's the colour there, with this lipstick on. I've done the Jesy nighttime look, so it looks really stunning. What I love about this lipstick as well is it's not too matte, it's not really shiny. It felt lovely on the lips. It's not one that's going to last extremely long because, you know, because it's not matte and it's not a long lasting lipstick. But I had a few cups of tea and it's still, there was no gaps on my lip. It was one of those lipsticks that I think will wear well, so it will fade ever so slightly each time you do something, you know, have a drink, have something to eat. So it wasn't going to come off immediately, which I was really quite impressed with. And like I said, it felt lovely on the lips and it's just a beautiful colour. And the other thing is, the lipsticks, particularly in the collection range, I have noticed smell of plasticine. I had one that was a dupe of a Nicki Minaj one, I think, and I just had to give it away because I didn't like the smell. But this one, it smells kind of like sweets. It's got a really sweet candy type smell, but not sickly sweet, and it smells quite nice actually, which is a nice surprise. Then next is the mascara, which I'm also wearing today. However, I have got false lashes on top of it, so you can't see too much, and I can't tell too much about that other than there is no flaking, no clumping, and it hasn't smudged underneath. So from that point of view, really impressed. But again, with the mascara, I think I need to use it a few more times and maybe use it on its own. The only thing I did notice is I didn't get a great full lash. This is a volumizing lash, and it wasn't that volumizing when I used it. I think it's one that would need to be built up. You'd need to use 2 or 3 coats to get a good kind of covering with this. But like I said, you know, it hasn't come off, it hasn't flaked, and I put it on top of the false lashes as well. So pretty impressive with that. Then onto the eyeshadow. This is Jessy's eyeshadow, and it's like a pigment, and this is, I think, my favourite thing out of this whole collection. That's the colour there. I'll do a little swatch for you so you can see the colour. It's so beautiful, but I actually do have this on my eyes. The reason I'm doing a swatch is because I have it sort of on my lid here, but I did go over it with a darker colour, so you can get a clear colour. That's it there. It's a sort of peachy gold, and really beautiful, and I'm definitely going to be wearing this a lot. I really like that. It's so pretty, really good quality as well. It went on and it almost felt like there was no eyeshadow on my eyes. You know, one swipe and you had full colour. It was lovely. The next thing is Jessy's metallic eyeliner. It's called Rocket Liner, and this is a kind of coppery colour, which I have on under my eyes. I have put some brown eyeshadow over it, but that's it there. Really pretty colour, and actually this one, I swatched this in the shop and I had loads of swatches all over my hand, and then I used my a wipe that I had in my bag to wipe it off, and this didn't come off. So I think this is a really hard wearing one, and I noticed that it is extremely liquidy, kind of like with the lip gloss. You need to be careful applying it, because I put it on and there was sort of little spots of it down here, which was fine, and I sort of moved it away, but then when it dries and sets, it's not going to budge. So a really good long wearing one, and really nice to use, a really nice little extra touch as well. So on my eyes, I have the little trio, which is Jessy's? Yeah, Jessy's Trio palette. So you've got 3 colours. I'll give you a swatch of them. All really good pigment. That's the colours there. All very easy to blend, really good quality eyeshadows, which again I was really surprised at, because like I said, I have had collection eyeshadows that weren't the greatest quality, and that I found it hard to get pigment from, but these were really good. The only downside I guess in these is that these two colours are very similar, and there's no blending colour in here, so I had to use a separate colour for sort of like the brow, and there's nothing really to blend with. But there is another one that's got kind of the similar colours, but it's got a lighter sort of goldy beige colour, so it might be worth getting that one if you don't want to buy a separate colour for your brow. But yeah, really impressed with that, love it. And then the final thing from the collection is this, which I'm also wearing today, and it is Jessy's Bronze It, and it's a bronzer. And I was a little bit worried about this because I thought that the colour was maybe too light, that it wouldn't show, and maybe too orangey, because it's a very peach bronzer and it looks very peach. But on the skin, I thought it looked really, really nice. I don't know whether there's still an awful lot of it left. Let's have a little, put a little bit more on, shall we, so you can see it. But again, very, very pigmented and just easy to use. Didn't go patchy at all, and like I said, very pigmented, very easy to use, and actually a really lovely colour. So I don't know if that gives you a good idea of it, but I did use this in the tutorial. Really, really impressed. It's another product that I'm definitely going to use over the next week. So that's everything that I bought from the collection. I think you've probably guessed, overall I'm really, really impressed. I love everything in it. I guess my favourite is the eyeshadow. I think this little pigment eyeshadows are amazing. I really like the bronzer. I really like the liquid eyeliner. I'm really impressed by that. The blusher is lovely. That liquid lip gloss is good. I'm not 100% sure about the mascaras because I haven't had enough experience using them. I do like the little trio. I think maybe that light colour in the Perrie's one will be difficult, but apart from that, everything is really, really good, and the lipstick is lovely as well. So yeah, overall pretty impressed, and I would recommend trying some of the products. Like I said, I've done a tutorial already on the Jessie nighttime look. Well, actually I did the daytime look at the end of it as well because it's just a change of lipstick. I'm going to do the Perrie look as well using this little trio here, which is the sort of black sparkly grey type colour. So I hope you'll join me in those videos. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know if any of you guys have bought any of this stuff and are enjoying it, or if you're not. I love to hear the comments about what everybody else thinks. So thank you again for joining me. I hope you're having a lovely day, and I'll see you again soon.